In module 55, we will discuss continuing development for teachers. We all know that the teachers require continuous professional development for the sake of their own improvement and for the sake of meeting the requirement of the schools or the institutions where they are working, for the sake of the demands and the requirement of their learners, of their students. And the continuing professional development, or the term CPD, is very popular in the professional field of education. It stands for a holistic approach taken by professionals to enhance their skills, knowledge, and the capacities throughout their careers. This is unfortunately taken as a misconcept by many of the mid-career and even seniors and the juniors. For example, the CPD is continuing professional development. Any training that's required for the entry into the profession is not taken as the CPD. But during the process of your career, you require at every step, for every aspect, regularly improvement of your profession, and you need a requirement that you need a training as a requirement. That is called CPD. And any learning activity is undertaken by the professionals for the purpose of the developing and enhancing their abilities represent the element of the CPTs. There are different elements of the continuing professional development, and the teaching has a relatively flat career structures. You have to go flat. And in the post compulsory sectors, for example, as in schools, the conventional ways to progress in the career terms has been to move away from teaching to managing department. It is, as for example, in the school system, when you are junior and you are mid-career, you would be in the teaching profession. Your job is to teach the students, and with the passage of time, with the increasing number of the years of your service and the job, you will be later on posted or engaged as the manager. So this is the way of the career in the school setup. And in the universities or in the higher education, promotion may also be by the means of the recognized research outputs. So there are different patterns and different methods of the improvement or the promotion of the teachers. There is an increased emphasis of the government policies statements on the need to build workforce capacity and to deliver high quality teaching. The government has always emphasized it is either in case of the teacher training colleges and the Ministry of the Federal Education and the Professional Training of the Government of Pakistan, or the provincial institutes, or the Higher Education Commission of the federal government and the professional governments. They have been continuously emphasizing and continuously asking the concerned teachers and putting them into the practice of the improvement of their profession, their teaching and their research. The overall practice in relation to the formal provision of the further professional development opportunities for the teachers is a patchy one. It is very distinguished one, and there is a need for continuous professional development for the teachers, because there are certain reasons, so as to have critical reflections on their teaching practice and the correct measures. If he is critically reflecting upon the work, then he will be improving one's own. We will be having correct measures. Improve their teaching practice based on the feedback provided by the head teachers and the classroom observations in order to improve the students' performance. And that is one of the requirements. And the other requirement for the continuous professional development is design and implement different strategies. You can't go with the single strategies. You need to design, you need to improve you need to implement your different ways to address students' needs and issues. And there are different features of effective CPD. The most effective CPD is that which is personalized. For example, it needs my personal requirement. It should have personal touch. I need only improvement in my communication skills. For example, it is for my personal improvement, it's for the collective group. Personal here means individuals. individuals and the personal goes one step ahead to the individual, and they're relevant and they're sustained, and the training should be like that, so that I could be sustaining, and it could be sustaining my practices and supported and the collaborative. And that strategies of the continuing or the continuous professional development are a range of strategies for fostering teachers' professional development are suggested in the literature by the different peoples. There is a long list of those strategies. For example, peer observation, critical reflections, courses and the conferences, professional networks, diaries and portfolios, critical incidents, teacher research, action research, research collaboration, etc. And the peer observations through which you would be having the possibility and the opportunity of your same level of the teachers. On the basis of that, the peer observation, you improve your fellowships, you deepen your collaboration and increase self-awareness among participating teachers. It would not only having impact on you, but peer observations, you have each one has impact on own, but more than having on own to the others. Critical reflections is a reasoning process to make meaning of an experience. You experience this thing that was not expected, and then you would have a meaningful way to give the meaning to that experiences, why this happens, how it could be controlled. The essence of the reflections of the CPT is the questions like, what did I learn and what prompted this learning? And it is a descriptive, analytical and the critical, and can be articulated in written form, orally and in artistic expressions. Another one is courses and reflections. Through different courses and the conferences, you continuously improve yourself and your professional requirements. Through conferences, presenting research and the to peers and the networking with the others are usually regarded as satisfactory outcomes. Professional networks. And in every profession there are professional networks, and through those networks you can improve your professional learning, and you are required to be the members of the different professional. In advanced countries, advanced economies or the economic perspectives, and those countries which are economically strong, the technologically strong, there is compulsory requirement, there is essential that the teacher should be the member of the professional networks. And the diaries and portfolios, teacher maintains portfolios, teacher maintains his or her diaries, and those diaries, the professional diaries are usually, contains the relevant course documents, teaching materials, student evaluations, etc., and those become the source of your professional improvement. And the critical incidents is one of the source of one of the strategies of your professional development. And these are significant moments, are the events which may be experienced as either positive or maybe the negative, and the analysis and the discussion of such incident may lead to the deeper understanding of the practice, and so that you would be understanding what is the fact, what is further required to be known. You know this through critical incidents. And the teacher research, teacher is supposed to be the good researcher, regardless what level of the teacher, it is from the junior level to the senior level. The teachers need to know what are the basic processes and methods and the strategies of the research, and through the research, teacher knows how to improve, and the research helps the teachers to improve one's professional level. Action research is very important for it particularly the practitioners and the school teachers and the practicing teachers. Action research is a form of the practitioner research and includes commitment to action designed to bring about change in the professional practice. On the basis of your experiences and the actions, you improve your ways and means and the methods and your designs and your experiences. That is through the help of action research. Like other forms of the research, it leads to the new knowledge, provides evidence to support the knowledge, makes the process of the inquiry explicit, and link new knowledge with the existing knowledge. But it's different in that it requires actions as an integral part of the research process. It is not considered as equal to the major process or the well-established methods and the strategies of the research. It is focused on the researcher's professional values rather than methodological concerns. What kind of the values I carry myself with, this is basically depends on this, not the well established and the universally accepted methods of the research. For the teachers, it works best in the experiences, focus on relatively narrow aspects of one's teaching and on the specific events and the perceived problems. Research collaboration, the teacher is supposed to have collaboration with the different peers, the peer groups and the different peoples and the different settings and different experiences, so that to have a joint creation of the knowledge, joint works. And on the basis we can conclude that there appears to be little sustained recognition at the national level of the teachers' professional development needs in the post-school phase, whereas it provides opportunity to individual teachers to seek opportunities to enhance their expertise and develop their pedagogical interests.